Hello, everyone. Terilee Harrison with Team Referral Network Virtual Chapters, and I am delighted today to be chatting with Jana Short. Jana is one of the speakers at our upcoming Increase Your Influence, Increase Your Impact online summit. Jana, so great to see you today. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited.
Oh, I'm just delighted to chat with you and even have time with you. It was my privilege. I snuck off to the US right before everything went down with COVID-19, and I was actually able to breakfast in person with Jana in the LA area when I was there recently. And now I realize what a gift that was to actually just be with you. So anytime I have with you on screen in person is always just a thrill and a delight for me. So glad that you're here today.
Thank you. I feel the same way about you.
Oh, that's so sweet. I want to introduce you all to this awesome woman. She is incredible. So Jana is a best-selling author, and she's the editor-in-chief at the Best Holistic Life magazine. She's a mindset coach, and she is an RTT and NLP practitioner, and she is passionate, absolutely passionate about wellness and just that whole idea of having your best holistic life. And so Jana, I'd love today. You have so many things that you bring to the world and that you share to the world. And if I was to ask you just to share with the people that are watching, what are some of the top 3 things that you love to share with people, empower people with, and motivate people with? I'd love to hear from you now on what you'd like to share, and then we can dive a little bit more into the summit. But what are the top things you love to teach?
Well, a couple of the top things I love to teach is I think it's very important for you, especially if you're online, to be very authentic and to share your story. Your story is what makes you unique. It's what gives you power, and it's what your super attractor is. And it makes you like literally unique from anyone else is your story. So when I work with my experts, I create global online influencers. And when I do that, the first thing I work on is what is your story? And tell us about your story, who you are, why you're here, and why you're passionate about serving others. And once I do that, it really helps me also see who it is they're serving, who's their avatar. One of the other things I love to teach about is, oh my goodness, I remove limiting beliefs. That's the first number important thing. And if you don't think you have limiting beliefs, I promise you do. And it's probably don't even recognize it as a limiting belief. But if you ever thought I would love to do that, but it's not something I think I could do, or it's not something I could take on, because those becauses are limiting beliefs. And the minute you recognize them, realize they really don't serve you anymore. They may have served you when you were a young child to stay away from the pool, but now you're a great swimmer, right? So I start removing those limiting beliefs, because if you're not successful at something, excuse me, are able to really move forward in something, I promise you the only reason is because you're holding yourself back. Because have you ever had someone tell you can't do something, especially maybe as a young child or in college, and you're like, oh, heck yeah, I'm doing that. And you did it no matter what anyone else said? That is true with anything you do or create.
I love that. I love that. You got one more top tip? This is great stuff.
Let me see. The next top tip is when I'm creating global influencers, I want to remind you, why do you want to be a global influencer? You have 20 people following you. It's no different than if you're having 20,000 or 40,000 or 50,000. You want to show those people following you love. You're an influencer. You're influencing those 20 people with what you say and what you do. So you want to make sure that everything you're putting out there is really positive. It's feeding their soul and their bodies and their minds in a really good, supportive way. So if you want to become an influencer, I would challenge you to take a look at who's already following you, who you're already influencing, and really make sure you're impacting those. I promise you, when you start doing that, word of mouth, people connecting, it will just start growing from there. But it's easier to convert those current clients that you have than someone that doesn't even know you. So why are you not giving those people, those 20 or 200 or 1,000 people, why aren't you showing them all the love they deserve? So that's another tip I work with.
I love all these tips that you've shared. Our story and who we are, when we can be out in the open about it, is one of the things that attracts people to us, right? And we can totally relate. In fact, the very first time I went to talk to you, I said, oh my gosh, I've messed up my time. I'm at the hospital for a quick blood test. And like, I have no idea who I'm talking to. And that, because I said I'm here all the time, and you said, no, I'm here all the time. And I ended up referring to you as like my blood sister, right? And but we don't know. Like, if we're not willing to talk about those things, it's not that I talk about this, this, my situation every single day, but there's so much power in being real, and so much power in, we all have our things that we're going through, right? And for other people to say, hey, look at what Jana is doing. Look how she lives her life, and how she's courageous, how she does these things, right? Watch Terilee, watch these other people. It helps other people get through their struggles. So I just really love that part of what you teach, and I think it's really important.
Well, I know that you're a speaker as well, that you do a lot of public speaking. And when I do public speaking, I'm showing up on the healthier side of my journey. And when I start talking about how sick I was and losing my hair, and people are like, she will never get it. They see the healthy me. But the minute that photo pops up of my before and after, or I start talking, I see them engaging, leaning forward. Like, how did she do that? What is going on? So it's really important to be really authentic in your story, and be vulnerable, like share everything, because they will connect to that. They trust you. They are gravitated towards that story, and they understand that you struggle too. At one point, you were struggling with your health, or you were struggling with your business, or you were struggling with your family life. And they know that you're just like them. So if you can do it, so can they.
Yeah, so amazing, so amazing. And then the reminder, I think sometimes that we get so caught up in the journey of where we're going, the reminder to care about the people we have now as we're growing our influence, as we're growing our audience. We can get so caught up in, okay, I'm not going to tell you that it's not. So I don't know, Jana, I don't know if you know, I have my my business bucket list on the cabinet here above my desk, and like, I have my goal for my next level of followers, connections I want to have on LinkedIn, but it's not just about, you're right. It's about who we have now. And sometimes, but we can get so caught up in that journey of what is that number, and where am I going, and what is next, and we have to serve all along. We have to serve all along, right? And what you said about that's when everyone will share. Yes, we do want everyone to say, "My gosh, you got to meet Jana," or you have to meet whoever you are out there listening, right? And so I love those tips. I love those tips. So everyone, it's no accident that when we put together this summit for Increase Your Influence, Increase Your Impact, Jana was one of the first ones I thought about that I knew would be just an amazing speaker for the subject matter that we were going to be sharing. I knew that she had so much value to add. And so, Jana, can you do us the honor and share with us, now that we have a little idea of some of the tips you share and who you work with, share with us what you'll be talking about at the summit.
I am going to talk about the importance and the value of courting or dating your clients, right? I have a book coming out called Dating My Way Through Social Media. And honestly, I haven't had a date in years. I've been married for a really long time. But you have to court your clients again. So for those of you who are trying to promote your packages or your business online, when somebody sees that ad, they're not going to sign up. They don't know who you are or what you're offering, because you've not made a real connection. It's just an ad out there, like a million other ones on social media. But when you met your husband the first time, did you like walk into a club or a ball game and walk up to him and say, we're getting married, we're going to live here, we're going to have this many kids, we're going to drive this, you'll retire here? They would have run. But that's what you're doing to your clients. You're not getting to know them, building real rapport with them, sharing who you are, listening to who they are. And so there's a dating process. So I talk about meeting the client and getting to know them, starting that little date, maybe a Taco Bell date, right? Or a Starbucks coffee date. They're getting a little investment into who and what you do. And then moving on from that date to the steak dinner date. Like, I'm willing to invest a little more money in you or a little more time in you. And so the steak dinner, and then pretty soon you're giving them that big diamond ring and they're in for life, right? So there really is a process of getting to know your client, really courting them, dating them, building that relationship before you pop that program in front of their face. Or, buy my book, buy this. People on social media are drowning in that. And what makes you unique and what makes you stand out is the fact that you are willing to connect with your client, hear what they have to say, and really be able to serve them in the way that they need to be served. It's kind of what we're talking about.
Yeah. Do you know, as we go to look at just some of the other things that are going to be in the summit, whether that's there will be this is some how to on social media, this is some how to on how to have your website, this is some how to on the winning mindset, this is some follow up things we can do. We're going to have something on writing a book as a lead magnet or the importance of that in marketing. But what you're saying about this process of the relationship is just so key and so important. So I am delighted to have you come and present this and just come and shine Jana on them and have them meet you. And so for those who are interested in coming to be part of our summit, we invite you to join us. It is June 4th through 6th. You can grab your free ticket today at vteamsummit.com. This summit will take place over a 3-day period, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and it is designed to be a little friendly out of our North American time zones for our international friends, but it starts at 3 p.m. PST all 3 days and will run till about 6 p.m. Come live for when you can. Catch the replay for the rest. You can also, if you're not available at those times, just grab the replay. We would love to see you, have access. And the other thing, every day we kick off with a very fun, different, amazing online networking exercises so that you can be meeting and learning, building relationships with our speakers and other attendees. So it's going to be an amazing experience, and I'm just delighted that Jana is going to be part of it. So I want to thank everyone for listening today, and Jana, I thank you. I thank you so much for your time, and like I said, it's always just for me a very special time to see you, whether on screen or in person. So everyone have a great rest of your evening in North America, and have a great day in other parts of the world, and I will see you next time. Thank you.